Marianne is very happy because we're going to Lviv, Western Ukrainian city. Hello friends, hello again. In this video I would like to tell you about my trip to Ukraine. I must say in Ukraine now very difficult situation. You know, during all this time Putin attacked Ukraine by missiles, by rockets. There are already many people died, many civilians, children. You know everything from news. We had very long trip from Poland to Ukraine, to Lviv, because we were staying on the border for 4 hours, I think. That is why I recommend you to use not bus, by train. At least when we came to Lviv, around 11:30 p.m. I think, the receptionist told we have just 30 minutes to find some food around the hotel because all shops will be closed till 12. In Ukraine there is restriction. You cannot going out from midnight till 5. At least when we get sleep after midnight, I think after 1 hour I heard something like this. Loudspeaker told you must go to bomb shelter because Russian missiles are flying to Lviv. I went out to reception, but there were nobody. Most people in Ukraine ignore air alarm because they would like to sleep. They are tired of all this difficult situation. Now I understand that time we were lucky because Russian missiles were hit by a Ukrainian anti-rocket system. Similar attack was 3 days ago on Lviv. Russians started rockets exactly on Lviv center, and that time unfortunately they came to their aim and many buildings were destroyed, many historical buildings, and the most cruel, that's children and peaceful people were killed. It is really very difficult. You don't know where rockets come to, so it's better to don't ignore air alarm, especially if it's rocket attack. But anyway, no matter of the war, no matter all the problem, Ukrainians come back to the country. So many people going to Ukraine right now. Many Ukrainians live in Poland, in another countries. So every day some buses going to cross the border and many people come back home. No matter of the war, no matter all the circumstances. And not only Ukrainians, I know many people from abroad who come to Ukraine, from England, from US, from Germany. Many people are volunteering for Ukraine. We are really grateful to you guys. I know that some guys are subscribed to my channel. On the bus, I met American guy Jason who came to visit his friends. And here is our conversation. So hello guys, we are already on the bus and I met here American Jason from the state of Virginia. So he traveled to Ukraine. Why do you travel to Ukraine? You're not afraid of going there?
No, I mean I would be a little afraid right now in Kharkiv just because there was a delay in resupplying weapons and it became dangerous for a while, but in general, I don't feel.
So what's your city destination? Where are you supposed to go?
Right now I'm going to Lviv because a lot of friends and there's a music festival this weekend. And this year,
there will be like rock music or folk music?
Rock. And a lot of, it's rock, and last year there was also a lot of kind of like rock mixed with like folksy Ukrainian traditional music. I have a Polish friend, so I have a lot of Ukrainian friends in New York. I spent most of my time
been to Ukrainian village?
I've been there before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because many foreigners, they are interested in life in village in Ukraine.
I've been through some villages and have friends live in them, but mostly been refined to the cities. Kryvyi was the smallest place I've been.
So do you think that tourists can come to Ukraine anyway, even during the war?
Kyiv is fine.
Yeah, because I found that hotel in Ukraine much more cheaper than here in Poland.
Oh yeah.
Like we pay 50 euro here without breakfast, anything, and in Lviv 35 euro with breakfast and nice environment. So I
Also,
think
not to be political, but it's really impressive, like how much better Poland's infrastructure is than most of the West, because it's new, because the European Union invested so much in it. But as you travel further southeast, it's older because they actually started with the conservative areas first, because it was underdeveloped. Two, they did a less well job with it because they squandered some of the resources. Poland got developed quite well to the point where its infrastructure is better than Germany, largely based on EU funds. And the people who squandered it, made the trains not work, are the people from the southeastern part, Peace, Law and Justice Party. And you can see that when they took their money to reconstruct it, they did a much crappier job than they did further west and north. It's amazing how the ones that bitch about Europe are the ones who screw up the money for it. And the people who actually are online with it and take it, they make their infrastructure look better than Germany. Krakow's great. Warsaw's awesome. Like, you look at the trains and the bridges and the roads, and like, Norway didn't have that 10 years ago. And they're
But in Ukraine, before the war, we have also very good roads and everything, and especially Lviv, Kyiv, even smaller towns. It's nice.
Yeah, and I've been like when I went to Dnipro from Kryvyi, and ended up deciding there was no good train option because I waited to the last minute, and I ended up taking a bus, and I couldn't find that bus, so I paid for another bus, and it was one of the little mini buses.
Here we have this problem because we came to bus station, there's overpass. There was like Lviv, but from other
I
company.
have really good advice about this, actually. I'm a professional just now. But like, I took the minibus from Dnipro to Odessa to go back and see my friends because I had been there a couple weeks before. And yeah, as you got towards Kherson, I sat in the back like we are now, looking, and it was up and down because the tanks had gone over the roads early in the war, and it's not meant for that, so it depressed the infrastructure. But yeah, if you're gonna come to Ukraine from Europe or from the US, really good advice. Don't buy your bus tickets from the site Omio. It's based in Florida, and they just aggregate other bus providers, including other aggregators. And you'll usually see one's called like Eurobus, and there's another one, Infobus, I think. So Infobus is Ukrainian, and I think Euroticket is Polish. If you use that site, Omio, the Florida-based one, find the time for the bus you want and the name of that, and then Google the name, either Euroticket or Infobus, and go to their site and buy it, because they will tell you what provider it is. And actually, the one that there's a Flixbus beside us right now. It's quite expensive and it's slow, but this one that we're on right now is called Levbus. It's usually great. They're usually pretty nice. They're air conditioned. They usually have chargers. They usually have bathrooms. And you kind of want one with a bathroom because it takes us about 6-7 hours without stopping to get from Krakow to Lviv. And
and you can order them online. Just it's easy.
But don't do it through like the Omio. Like, go if it says Euroticket or it says Infobus, go to those sites. One of Infobus is Ukrainian, I think, and Euroticket is Polish.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a little bit cheaper, and it'll tell you what the bus provider is, because it can be confusing, especially if you go from Chisinau, Moldova to Odessa. You leave the airport and you walk to like a Lukoil. There's like buses that come around with lots of people sitting at picnic tables. It's really easy to miss your bus and not be able to find it if you don't know exactly what you're looking for.
Anyway, thank you for your opinion, and I hope that you have great time in Ukraine with your friends and you enjoy this trip. So there are many people who go into Ukraine, and I know that's dangerous. You need to be careful, but anyway, it's nice that people come to Ukraine.
Don't be stupid. If you go somewhere, especially if you go to Odessa, when the rain goes off, go to the building. You'll actually enjoy it. I got caught on the arrogant last time, and there was a couple of really intense attacks at Odessa, but it was always Odessa, and she lived in Montreal for a while. She had a French-Canadian husband, and he died, and she moved back to Odessa. And I started just going to the shelter when the artillery went off, just to go talk to her. We became buddies. Because we just had like these really great conversations. So I think it was a way to meet people.
Yeah.
But be safe. If you come to Ukraine, be safe. Don't be stupid. Like, if the alarm goes off, put the app on your phone. If the alarm goes off, go to the shelter. Like, you never know, right?
So no matter all the circumstances, we coming back to Ukraine as many people, and we very hope that this war will be finished. That's Russian troop going away from our territory. We have really great and peaceful country, and I will show you Western Ukrainian city Lviv in the next video. See you guys and send you the best wishes from amazing Ukraine.